Hey there. So, if you've made the commitment to freelancing, regardless of whether it's full time or you're just getting in your rhythm, you're going to be spending a lot more time in your workspace. And trust me, it's worth putting some care into that space so it really works for you. Today, I want to walk you through how I set up my home office and share a few tips that I've found for creating a space that's comfortable, functional, and actually feels good to be in. Let's start off with comfort. Once I knew I'd be working here regularly, I made a few key upgrades. I got an adjustable desk so I can move between sitting and standing throughout the day. Huge for energy and focus and making sure not to get too settled in one position. I bought a chair that has decent back support, but I wanted one with a footrest. That was very important to me because I found that in addition to standing up, I needed to just elevate my feet or sit cross-legged at some point in the day, and that really helped. So it makes those long sessions a little more manageable. And because I use multiple computers and pieces of equipment, which you'll see in the picture that I will share, I went with an L-shaped desk. It gives me room to spread out. It fits almost everything that I would like it to fit and keeps it all within arm's reach. Plus, my chair's on wheels, so I can glide between tasks without constantly getting up and down. It's a small thing, but it does make a big difference in how smoothly my day flows. Next, let's talk vibe. I really wanted a space that felt calm, cozy, and creative. Although I understand that people who are creative by nature may think that I do not have the most creative space. But as someone who got her bachelor's in mathematics, I guess that this is creative for me. I chose this color green, which you'll see in the picture, which I felt was soft and soothing. I looked for curtains to match. I really liked the colors. I also invested in lighting that felt natural to me when I was working with no access to daylight. And I felt like this lighting was easy on my eyes, made me look okay in various calls. Now, there are some other little rituals that I have to make my space my own and feel cozy. One of them is that every other week I buy fresh flowers from Trader Joe's. Don't they have the best flowers? I keep them behind my desk to brighten up the space, and bonus, they make a great backdrop for client calls or training sessions. Your office should obviously reflect your essence, your personality, your energy, and how you show up as a freelancer. You want people to get your vibe when you are on a video call with them, and you want the work that you do in that space to reflect your vibe so that you'll be vibing as you work. Sounds silly, but it's really important. It matters more than you think, especially when it comes to attracting the right client. When someone hops on a call with you and they see a space that feels aligned, authentic, and grounded to you and your services, it sets the tone. You're giving them a glimpse of who you are before you even say a word. Now, another little touch of love that I have in my office is my diffuser. I use essential oils from Young Living, and I switch up the scents depending on the season or my mood. Sometimes it's lemon or peppermint to feel fresh and energized, and other times I go with cinnamon or something cozy and holiday-like. I even break out a Christmas blend that they sell when I need a little cheer. Plus, my diffuser actually lights up and changes colors, which just gives me so much delight when it does that. It's a small thing, but it's something that makes me happy throughout the day. Now, of course, you do not have to do exactly what I do. You do you. But in case any of you would like to see the links to various things that I've purchased and I found worked for me, I did place them on the Freelancer Shift website under free resources. So if you want to, check it out. Now, if you do any kind of customer-facing work, don't forget to think about the lighting in the background. Now, I mentioned that I did pay special attention to lighting in my office. I'm lucky that my desk is set up near a window. Right now, I do not have internal lights on because it's still daylight here. But we know that we can't always work in daylight. So if you want to get a ring light, that can really help too. And check what your camera sees. Try to keep the background clean and simple, but pop a personality too. So you can see I have the mandala that I bought behind me. That was a home goods purchase. And then I always have up holiday decorations and, as I mentioned, my flowers. Also, one more thing to think about is having a space where you can work without interruptions. When you're on client calls or meetings, you want to make sure your clients aren't hearing background noise, whether that's family, pets, or household sounds. Setting boundaries around your workspace using noise-canceling headphones or a noise-canceling microphone really does make a difference. Just trying to choose as quiet of a spot as you can makes a big difference in how professional and focused you come across. At the end of the day, this space is where you show up to work, to create, to connect. So whether you're freelancing 5 hours a week or 50, make it feel good to be there. Oh, and one quick note. The tech setup in my office is a huge part of how I stay efficient and sane. But I've got a lot to say about that, and I didn't want to make this video too long, so I'm saving that for a separate post. Trust me, it deserves its own spotlight. And as someone who does a lot of work for technology-based companies or technology services within other companies, I do have a lot to say about technology. Last, I'm releasing 2 videos every week packed with freelancing tips, tools, and real talk about the journey. So if it's something you want more of, please be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got a favorite workspace upgrade, ritual, or scent that you love, drop it in the comments. Have a good day. See you next time.